the ghosting you part. So, like I said, we do need space, we do need time. And a lot of times we get overwhelmed with your emotions, we get overwhelmed with your feelings. Um, we always need time because we go through a lot of stuff. We always criticizing ourselves. We taking in a lot of energy from the world and from the daily process of everything. So we need that time and space to recalibrate ourselves. And a lot of times it's hard to balance the time between you and ourselves. And if y'all just met or something like that and y'all hit it off, then he's just gonna back off. And a lot of times it has nothing to do with who you are. A lot of times it doesn't. A lot of times it doesn't have anything to do with who you are, ladies. Remember that. It doesn't. I mean, sometimes it does, but a lot of times it doesn't. It's just that we gotta have our space. It don't matter if you're a girlfriend, family member, mother. We just need our time alone to cope with life, and that goes into my next reason. Another reason why Virgo man may be ghosting you is that, like I said before, he got too many things going on. Like, right? So we're taking a lot of energy. We one of the signs that feed off energy because we read people well, and we read women very well. We taking a lot of their emotions, a lot of the energy because remember it's a feminine sign, so we take that in. So think of this like a computer. I talked to some of my subscribers about this on the phone. If a computer, if you have too many tabs open, eventually the computer's gonna slow down, right? I don't care if it's a MacBook Pro with all the space. Eventually, this computer's gonna slow down. It's gonna start moving sluggish. So after a while, you gotta close some of these tabs. You gotta empty some of the stuff, some of the cache. I think that's how you say it. Some of the cache. I don't know how you say it. That's in the computer. You gotta clean the computer out so the computer can run exceptionally well again. And it's the same with the Virgo man. We have a lot of tabs open in life because most of us are doing so much or trying to do so much, and our mind and energy is on everything. Because remember, our passion is what we do. We want to do our passion above everything else, above relationships, above family, even above our mothers, because our passion is who we are. It is what makes us tick as men, as Virgo men. It what makes us go. So without our passion, we can't do nothing. We can't love you. We can't love ourselves. So we need to close those tabs in life. Um, then we close them tabs in life so we can function again. So that's why he may be ghosting you because he got too much going on, and he might love being around you. Might love spending time with you, having a good time, but it takes a lot of energy to be with you, and so you just got to back off. You got to back off, not because he don't like you, but he can't. He just can't function. Again, it's hard for him to do what he doing in life and love you all the time. You gotta. Older Virgo men maybe have figured this out, but it takes us a while to figure how to balance this out. So another reason why he may be ghosting you is that he may be backing off just to cope with life. You know, because all this stuff I'm saying is running together. Now, with that is we really have to cope with life, man, because like I said, we have a lot going on, and we can easily get depressed with life. We one of those people, those signs that can easily get depressed because we have anxiety. We're always thinking about a lot, and we're overcritical of ourselves, and so when you're trying to cope with life, especially if a Virgo man has a lot going on or he has some family issues, he's not going to talk to you. We just back off. We naturally push people away, and we don't want to, but we just have to cope with life, and we need that time and energy to cope with life. So it's just hard to do both at the same time. So you sometimes like Virgo men are notorious for spending ample amount of time with women and just disappearing. You know, but this disappearing is not a bad thing. It's something we got to learn how to deal with. You know, because we are so accustomed to doing things on our own and not having nobody in our space. So it's just naturally, it's almost an instinct to do this, but it's not. We don't set out to say, okay, you know, I'm gonna talk to this woman, and I'm gonna just leave her, or I'm gonna just go missing on her. That's not our mission. It's we were talking to a woman and we with her, and it's just sudden we just need space. We just need to go cope. We need to reboot. We don't know when it's gonna come. It can come. It can come at midnight. You know, we even do this with our families. Like my family and friends tell me this all the time. Like, yeah, you can't go weeks without calling home, or you can't go weeks without calling me, man. What's up? You know I do it. I don't want to. I don't mean to do it, but I have to cope. Remember, for me, I'm in ministry, so I need lots and lots of time to myself to cope. You know, so that's the reason, man. So just give him his space. You know, and I know some women, stories I read say the guy didn't talk to them for months. You know, it's the difference between coping in space and somebody not talking to you for months. You know, but we're gonna get into that. Okay, another reason why Virgo may be ghosting you is because old habits are hard to break. Old habits are hard to break. Um, yeah, so we're accustomed to spending ample amount of time alone. Even if you see us with a lot of people, 90% of the time we still probably be alone. Because this is what we do. You know, it's almost like a tree sitting by the water. We planted by the water somewhere and just soaking in the atmosphere, soaking in the vibe, recharging, you know. But with that being said, when somebody enters into our life, it takes us a while to readjust to make her a part of our life where we have to spend all this time together. Because we're accustomed to sitting and meditating and getting it together. So we move slow because we have to adjust to putting you into our lives. And just let him do it, he'll do it. But make sure if he's doing it now, you gotta make sure he's communicating with you. That's another thing. I get this a lot. We do go ghost a lot, but you gotta make sure this Virgo man is communicating to you why he's going ghost. That's very important. One relationship I was in, chick was very upset with me because I used to ghost her a lot, you know, but I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it to say I'm just go away. Remember, like I said, I'm a minister, so I do a lot of stuff with the community. I'm always talking to people, counseling people, um, everything with the kids. It's a lot going on, so you can imagine. I need a lot of time to get myself together so I can be right for the people. You know, I be preaching and stuff. You know, and it's not a game. It's not no BS. You know what I'm saying? Like I really take my job serious. What I do with the people, because the people have real issues they dealing with. So in order for me to be right, I have to meditate, have to pray, have to spend times alone, like days at a time sometimes, and I in absolute solitude. You know, so I tell her this, and she's getting mad, but I explained to her what I was doing. At first, I was doing it, and I didn't realize I was doing it. I didn't realize how bad it was hurting her until she told me. I was like, okay, let me communicate. I had to put her on a schedule. I know it sounds elementary, but I was like, look, these days I'm gonna talk to you, and these days I can't. You know, she's had to accept that. You know, because I can't do no different until we get to know each other more, and I can tolerate more of her presence and her energy, and I can balance it. But those old habits I had was very hard to break because I was doing this for years, not ghosting people, but being alone, taking my time I need for years, and I needed that time, and I just had to adapt. We are immutable, time we can adapt, but you gotta let us know. So if he's ghosting you and not letting you know, that's bad. That's not good because he's gonna ghost you regardless. But he makes sure that he's telling you exactly what he's doing, what's going on, so it can be fair. Another reason why, and this is a pretty obvious reason why he may be ghosting you, is he could have just lost interest. You know, that's a possibility. I don't really want to say that, but that's the truth. Um, you know, we do like to spend a lot of time with people, but we have to figure somebody out. You know, it could be anything to make us lose interest because we're very picky, we're perfectionists. So it could be anything. You know, it's anybody's guess why he lost interest because we're very particular about stuff. You know, y'all can be having a good time, and he can see you do something negative because we patient because we wait it out, wait to see how for your true color to reveal themselves. And women can hide their true colors a lot, and we're very cautious because we just don't want to get caught up in nothing. I know, for I'll use myself as an example again. I mean, I was talking to a chick one time. We was dating, you know, and she was a nice chick, and I was like, it's something about her. And I said, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't waiting on her to mess up, but I was enjoying. We had a good time. But then I think we was in a restaurant or something. She started acting out with the waiter or the waitress. She got real negative with the waitress, and that turned me off. You know, she was a good chick up until that point, and I was like, that's not what I want. You know, I kind of went ghost. You know, because it's like I said I don't want a woman like that. You know how to behave yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know how to conduct yourself. And it wasn't like the waitress was all out of pocket. I mean, the waitress did make a mistake, you know, but mistakes happen in life. But the mistake the waitress made wasn't called for all what she did. You know, she was, you know, getting all like this and loud and being rude. You know, I said, here's the better way to handle this. Just ask for the manager and bring it over. You know, you don't have to do this. You're embarrassing me. You know, but it came out that mask that she had on was lifted. I was like, no. So it could be anything. You know, y'all can be talking for a while, and he can see you maybe get sloppy drunk or something, or just not acting right. Because these little things reveal your character. It reveals your character. We very good at picking out character. So we're not gonna, we can see that early on. We're just like, no, I'm not gonna get involved. I'm just going my way, you know? And so that's one good reason, man. And also, we can sense that you may be, we take our time to move slow because we can sense that you may be running from something. You know, like I said, we attract women that need healing a lot, and which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that because that's who we are. But we know, we sense that a woman may be running from something because maybe she may be running from an old relationship, you know, guys she used to talk to. She may be out there wilding. Then when she get with us, she want to change her life, and that's fine. But we don't want to be with somebody who's necessarily running from something but hasn't healed themselves. Because we all want something better, right? Because we know how to teach women how to be a better version of themselves. But I know I've attracted a lot of women who been running from something, or they had a lot of trauma in their lives and they haven't gotten over it. So they got to me seeking healing because I got my life together for the most part. I'm still working stuff out. I'm not perfect, but stability and stuff like that. And they come to me, but they haven't healed themselves. They haven't had time to just cleanse themselves or whatever they was going through. So they bring a lot of baggage to me, and it's hard because it's hard to fight against that. It's hard to, I can't love them properly, or they can't love me properly. They can't receive because they expect me to do the same thing those other negative men did to them, and it hurts. And I don't have time for that. You know, we don't judge people by your past, but it just, you know, I read a quote the other day. It says, "Stop disturbing men that you're not ready for. Stop disturbing men that you're not ready for." It's just like a man. Stop trying to talk to women that you're not ready to talk to. If you know you're not ready to be in a relationship, stop trying to talk to these women. So if you know you're not ready for a man who's a good man, don't do it. You know, because you're definitely gonna turn him off. It's definitely gonna make him ghost you. But we can sense that, you know. But these just a few things that make a Virgo man probably be ghosting you. Also, I forgot about this one. One last reason he may be ghosting you is because, and this is very elementary, he may like you a lot and gets nervous, right? Look at my video about the shy Virgo male. You know, see going off what I just said, a lot of times we may talk to you and like you a lot and realize that, wow, I really like this girl and I know I can probably love her very quickly. So we get nervous and we just back off because we like, oh, I'm not ready. This goes with what I just said. We get overwhelmed, you know, we get overwhelmed and we just get nervous and we don't know what to do. It's almost like you chasing somebody and then you get them and like, oh, I really got her. I know one time, right? This chick I was trying to talk to, I liked her a lot, man. I just felt like I couldn't get her, but I was trying to get her. I was going at her. And I asked her out and she said yes. I was surprised. I was, oh. You know, I don't know why I was so surprised. You know, she was down with it and she was cooperative and she was ready. It was like, yo, she's like, I'm waiting on you, baby. You know, and we went out and stuff like that, but I got nervous and I kind of ghosted her a little bit, but I got so overwhelmed. I didn't get intimidated. I don't know, it's just butterflies. I just couldn't handle it because I wasn't ready. She was ready, but I wasn't ready. You know, and I thought I was ready, but I wasn't, and I just kind of, you know, freaked out. Not like freaked out, but you know, just over. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but I just wasn't ready because I knew she was ready. I knew that she was prepared. She wanted a relationship, but I wasn't ready to give her what she needed. And that's another reason too. I wasn't ready to give her what she needed in life or what she needed out of a relationship because I was still getting myself together. You know, but I enjoyed the idea of talking to her, and I thought I was ready. But when it came down to it, I wasn't ready. You know, and I'm glad. I'm not glad I goes to her, but I'm glad I backed off because I wasn't ready. I probably would have messed up her life. You know, got her out of her feelings, and I'm playing. You know, so I didn't want to do that. But I communicated that to her later. But yeah, so make sure that he's communicating with you. He got to be communicating. I don't